Parades in Seattle. That's what happens when you win championships. You get ticker tape parades. And I was kind of upset with the way the city of Seattle handled their business yesterday by saying, hey, kids, in the city. I'm not saying you got to, in the entire state, give every school district off, but at least in the city, let the kids enjoy it and the surrounding areas here. Hey, man, we don't see this all that much. We want to celebrate and we want to have some civic pride. The fact that Seattle's like, no, you have to go to school. And if you're absent, there's no excuses for doing that at this point. I don't like to see that, but Seattle had their parade yesterday. They were getting busy.
Getting real busy, Donnie.
Yeah.
The problem is we can't get an official count on how many people it actually was. I'm just saying, I mean, it's, kudos to them. Second parade, right, that they've got there. So, listen, joyous occasion there for Seattle and Sam Darnold and company, but can they keep running it back? Because a lot of people feel they'll be right back to having another parade here maybe next year.
Hey, look at that, man. Seattle build. They got a great general manager, good, solid head coach. Sam Darnold leading the way. Talented team. Did they bring back their running back? Do they not? JSN's fantastic, and we'll see where it goes. Hard to repeat in the NFL. We'll see if Seattle can go on a run next year and do the same thing here. Other news and notes across the NFL landscape. Deal with a player that wasn't even in the NFL. How about this from Pro Football Talk? During a bond hearing, a prosecutor said the murder case against former NFL linebacker Darron Lee has multiple aggravating factors that could justify the death penalty. My goodness, man, this man is going to be on trial. He threw his life away and also threw another life away doing those mishaps here. Come on, man, be better.
Not a great situation at all. But listen, if they're throwing making it considered a death penalty case, that tells you everything you need to know about the seriousness of what's going on there. So, not good.
Absolutely is. Now, how about this next story from Adam Schefter? We heard about this over Super Bowl weekend here with Rickea Jackson as a WNBA player and also James Pierce Jr. But this is key because we always talk about, Joe, like money talks a lot and I don't want to press charges. The check clears and it goes away, and then the player probably goes on to do it again. How about this, though? WNBA player Rickea Jackson's attorneys filed a court notice Tuesday in Miami-Dade County saying that she is willing to testify against Falcons player James Pierce Jr. if the domestic violence charges against him go to trial. That's a key indicator because, even if you put on a smaller scale, like, hey, you show up to traffic court, but the cop's never there, they always lessen the charges. If she is showing up willing to testify, how much more do we not know and how violent in nature he must actually be, Joe?
In this situation, I don't know. They are swearing, his side and his attorney are swearing that there is way more to this story. And he's begging everyone to the allegations don't look good, but we trust us. There's a lot more to this that you don't know. So, all right, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Although he has had a track record of this kind of these kinds of issues in the past, which is why a lot of teams didn't look at him in the draft. They thought there were too many red flags. But all right, let's hear what they got to say here.
Man, going to trial, get aired all out there, dirty laundry across the board. The NFL's certainly not going to like that here. But I'll tell you what we do like is team-on-team crime at times. How about Joey Porter Sr., not Jr., who plays for the team now?
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger is not a good teammate or a good person. Now, you have to know throughout Ben's trials and tribulations, being a superstar quarterback in Pittsburgh, he was a man of the town, but also had some allegations go against him. Now, proven false or not, the allegations were always out there. Joey Porter Jr., not a big fan.
No, you don't want to be caught in a bathroom with Ben Roethlisberger, apparently. And apparently, again, those stories go back to his college days as well. So I guess sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. But kudos to Joey Porter Sr. for just throwing him right under the bus there.
Yep. How about John Harbaugh coming to town as the new coach here for the New York Giants? And Giants fans, rightfully so excited for that. But I got to tell you, every coordinator and position hiring now by the New York Giants has Giants fans a little bit upset that, okay, we got the head coach, but what are we actually building here? Because the Giants are hiring former Titans head coach Brian Callahan as new quarterbacks coach. And last time we saw Brian Callahan, he might have been, it's hard to say. Was he the worst head coaching hire of the past 20 years? And that includes, Urban Meyer. I felt like when he got the job, nobody felt like he should have got the job and immediately proved everybody correct. Yeah, he's a bad coach. Now he's with the Giants.
Hey, listen, again, terrible hire, not a great head coach, didn't have a great experience his first go around. But nobody's ever said he was a terrible coordinator or a terrible quarterback coach. That was never a situation. So yeah, some guys are just better coordinators, and with the right leadership, the right head coach, are going to have a lot of success. So you got to trust Harbaugh that he knows what he's doing and he's surrounding himself with the right guys to get it done.
We'll find out. Giant season on the horizon. Jackson Dart and the boys, see what they got. I love this next story because it makes me laugh a little bit. JJ McCarthy was a really good college quarterback because you can get away with being a rah-rah good leader, and you watch games with Michigan and say, like, yeah, he helps them win, but he's not the catalyst, which is what you want your quarterback to be when he heads into the pros. The Vikings apparently want JJ McCarthy to have a massive offseason, but this next part makes me laugh. They want him to focus on terms of leadership, consistency, daily work habits, and mechanics to be a point of emphasis. So are they saying to us, this guy is so bad that he's a terrible leader, he doesn't work out, he doesn't read film, he has terrible mechanics, and we just need him to be more consistent and, just be a better football player altogether? Boy, did they whiff on this guy, Joe. My goodness.
It's basically everything they want him to do. Why do they have to spell that out? That is every single trait, everything that every quarterback, franchise quarterback in the NFL should have and should be working on each. Like, the fact that you're spelling it out is head scratching. You want him to be a better leader. Like, what? Why did you draft him where you did if you were worried about him having to work on those things? Kind of crazy.
Like, usually you say to yourself, hey, you go in the meeting where it's like, okay, season's over. Yeah. Hey, JJ, here's what we need you to work on here. We need you a little bit faster out of the pocket with your reads here. Okay, I got you, coaching all season. Did they sit him down and say, you know what? This meeting's going to take a while. You suck at every single thing you do, and we need you to be much improved across the board. And then he should raise his hand and be like, didn't you draft me high as your franchise guy and I can't do anything correct? And they go, yeah. That's why the general manager got fired. He wanted you. We didn't want you. Good luck this offseason. We'll see how it turns out for JJ here. We've heard about this next story, Joe, for a long time now. NFL, make it a game where we can sit back and relax on a holiday where we don't have to go to work the next day. Well, that works for, I don't know what industry, not our industry. We're going to work the next day as it is. But school teachers, whatever you might have. How about this, Joe? One of the biggest selling points of an 18-game schedule, which is currently 17 right now, is that the Super Bowl will land on President's Day weekend. Next year, that will happen without an 18th game, which I believe it's on, I want to say, Valentine's Day next year, if I'm right or if I'm not wrong on that. Incredible stuff here. I want the 18th game because I want football to last longer. Sue me. How about that, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Give us more mediocre football as much as you can.
Come on, I need it.
Do it. Yeah, more guys that won't be available. I love it. Absolutely love it. Give us more, because who doesn't love watching, more of the Browns versus anybody at this point? It's going to be awful.
Joe, hear me out on the 18 games, man. I'll give them 4 bye weeks during the year. If you could take me from football season right up to a Major League Baseball opening day, Joe, that's a hit. Or just take me right up to the March Madness tournament here, so we could just erase the NHL and the NBA altogether, and it would work seamlessly, Joe. We'd be such a better foundational, structure here at the network if we just had football right through, and we didn't have to waste any time.
We do. It's called the USFL. Let's go.
Let's
go. Pour more. Yeah, let's go. USFL. Come on. Let's do this. Or arena football. By the way, bring that back.
You like this next story from the Sports Business Journal? The NFL is such a king that other sports leagues are basically bracing for Armageddon, because how much the NFL is going to cost leaves very little dollars left for the other sports leagues here. How did we get to this point, Joe?
It is king. It has been king for a while, and it's only going to continue to be king. Unreal.
Amazing stuff.